Good evening everyone and welcome to this week's update. Eid Mubarak to all of those families who are celebrating this week, and I hope they have an absolutely fantastic Eid. I know that this is a massive event and a community event where you're aching to see all of your friends and families and loved ones you haven't seen for 8 weeks, but please do continue to maintain those social distancing guidelines. It's really important because infection rates in our area are still high. The R rate that the government says is near 1 and it's higher than anywhere else in the country. So please do maintain those social distancing, not just for you, but also for your families, for your friends and for your loved ones. As you know, last week the government said that they wanted schools to open on the 1st of June for reception, year 1, year 6, year 10 and year 12. At the moment, we're currently looking at how we can make the building as safe as possible. On Monday, there's a meeting with the Trust and Mick Kay, the CEO, will be asking the Trust and explaining to them that we want to make sure our buildings are safe as possible. From that meeting, I will get a confirmation about what date they expect us to open. But I won't open the school until I can make sure that it's as safe as possible for every single student and every single parent and every single member of staff who will set foot in that building. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a son, I'm a brother. And so I understand all of the worries and the stresses and the fears that we may have about going back to school. But it really is important that when we do go back, we support each other in this. It's the only way we can get through it. But rest assured, I'm not prepared to have another staff funeral this year. I'm not prepared to have another memorial for a student who's tragically passed away during their time at the Halifax Academy. I will be doing everything that I can, and my teams will be doing everything that they can to make sure that the school is safe for your children. And that means that if it takes us slightly longer to open the school, we'll take that decision because we cannot risk anything. We cannot leave any stone unturned. We cannot leave any option not looked into to make sure that the building is safe as possible for your young people, for your children, for your families and for the staff. This means that the school will look different when we get back. We're looking at social distancing, we're putting markings around the building, we're looking at a one-way system in secondary and in primary. We're going to make sure that there are more wash facilities, hand washing facilities. That's going to completely change. We're looking at how we can cater for the children if we need to. We're looking at how we create little protective bubbles in primary, and that's going to be very, very different from what you left. Unfortunately, in primary, you're not going to be able to run around with your friends. You're not going to be able to see them and hug them as much as you may want to. We're still going to maintain those 2 metres social distancing. Next week, I'll give you more information about what secondary might look like as well. But again, there'll be strict guidance on that. We'll need your help with this as well. When we're looking at opening the school, we'll be marking out 2 metre distances on Springhall Lane, especially in primary, so that we can maintain that. We'll only be inviting families and parents in for specific meetings if we really, really need to. We'll be having staggered start and end times to make sure that we don't get an influx of traffic. We won't be opening the gates for any cars or any other visitors in to make sure that we can control those people who are on site. It's really important that we do this. We'll be making sure that we have really strict routines for when students come into school, that we do hand washing and all of the other guidance. We'll be making sure that they follow social distancing and the 2 metre regulations at all points possible, but we'll need your help. We'll need your children's help to make sure that we do this, to support each other so that we can be safe and we can do the best things possible we can to keep the site, staff and students safe. But I know we can do this. I know together we'll be able to get through this. We'll be able to open the school at some point before the summer. We'll be able to return. I'm desperately wanting to see all of you. I miss school. I miss my job. I miss seeing the children every single day. And I know that every single member of staff I've spoken with, every single teacher and adult and support staff and TA and cook and cleaner that we have wants school to be open and wants to be able to educate children again. But we only want to do it when it's safe. And we only want to do it when we know we can look at you and say, yeah, trust us. Trust us that we've done what we can to make this building safe. So please, have a lovely Eid. Please, look after yourself. And remember that when we do open school, we can only do it if you help us. If you help us to help your children to follow those guidance. Look after yourselves, take care, and Eid Mubarak.